Good day, everyone. Welcome back to MOBSTITCHPOINT page. Now, please like, share, subscribe, follow us on every social media platform. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and we would love to interact with you. So now we're going to be going back to our business etiquette topic, and we're in number 15, which is show respect for shared areas and items. Now, not all of us can have their own office. I understand that a lot of times we're in shared spaces, whether you're a tailor, you're an engineer, you're a teacher, you're a corporate worker, you're going to have a shared space. And when doing that, please, this is good business etiquette and also just good office skills, good management, everything. Clean up after yourself. A lot of times you're going to have a joint dustbin. When you throw things away, don't let it fall outside the dustbin, because it's also rude to the people who are cleaning up for you. The dustbin is right there. Throw it in, even if it means you taking 2 more steps further. Not only that, beware of dropping your things around. Now, a lot of times when you have an office space, you notice that everybody tries to designate a certain area for everyone. Keep your things within your area and keep it organized, because a lot of times when you're sharing the space, even if everybody is clean, your area can bring down everybody's cleanliness, their morale, and everything. Keep it clean, keep it orderly, and don't overextend yourself. Don't try and encroach into other people's spaces. I know you guys are sharing, but you need to learn to be considerate. That is one thing. Let me tell you something about etiquette. As you're going to learn, etiquette is simply being polite and considerate about the other person. Everything about etiquette can be summarized into that: being polite and considerate. So please be polite and considerate in shared spaces. Now, number 16, don't overshare. I think I mentioned it previously before, but we really need to learn the difference between polite repertoire and oversharing. Nobody wants to learn about your personal life. Nobody wants to learn about what happened to you last night in your family. Unless you have established a certain level of relationship, keep it to yourself. You can have common goals that are neat, that are clean, that are appropriate for the office. Nobody wants to learn about your messy relationships. If people ask about relationships, they just want to know whether you're single, dating, married. Full stop. They don't want to know how many people you're dating. They don't want to know about the drama you and your boyfriend or your husband had the night before. Nobody wants to know that. And another thing, even if you're not oversharing, don't try and encourage people to overshare. In other words, don't be nosy. Nobody likes anyone who is too nosy. It comes up as if you're a gossip, and if people know you as the office gossip, I can assure you not only your reputation, but the amount of responsibility you're going to get is going to be affected, because nobody knows if they can trust you. Heck, even clients will want to interact with you because they don't want their personal business out there. Even if it's just their clothes, they don't want you telling people the clothes they are sewing. They don't want to just feel as if somebody is watching them. That is what we need to understand. Now, number 17, we're going to go on a speed run from now. Be mindful of how others work. If you need music and you're in a shared space, which most of us are in, use headphones. You don't need to be playing it out loud. If you need to play a video, use headphones, but also be conscious of your environment, because you don't need headphones and then your music is to the loudest and nobody can call you without shouting or tapping you. You need to understand that not everybody works the same way you do. Some people work with quiet, some people work with music, some people are able to work in the same environment as others, some are not. So try and respect all those around you. Again, etiquette is all about being polite and considerate to the other person. Number 18, use your inside voice. Nobody needs to hear in the next room that you are asking for help or you are talking to a client. The client doesn't need to be frightened by you when they ask a question and you are answering. There are inside voices, there are outside voices. And when I say mind your voice, this doesn't only mean the going loudly aspect. You cannot be talking too softly. Your client should be able to hear you. Your client should not have to lean in and then have to ask, please repeat yourself, not because they can't understand, but they can't hear you. You are here to converse with people. Please let your voice be audible. Let them be able to hear you, let them be able to understand you, enunciate. Let them understand you. Number 19, be aware of non-verbal cues. This is very important. In fact, this has to do with emotional and social intelligence. We've heard of it, EQ and SQ. Emotional and social intelligence are incredibly important because a lot of times they can take you further than mental intelligence, they can take you really, really far. They can really take you far. You should be able to understand when a client is uncomfortable answering certain questions. You should be able to understand when a client is not understanding but they cannot express it. You should be able to understand when a client likes something you're doing, likes a behavior, a suggestion, without them having to say it. When you suggest something, for instance, in the fashion house, you suggest, oh, would you like this length of this thing, and the client's face changes like, I'm not really comfortable with that. Even before they even said that, you can already tell, okay, they hate this idea, so we're going to change it up. We're not going to insist on it. You need to be able to read these non-verbal cues. That way you don't come off as inappropriate. You don't come off as if you are pushy. You don't come off as if you're inconsiderate. Emotional intelligence and social intelligence is important. It also helps you to know how to behave in certain situations. In a serious setting, when everybody's face is somber, this is not the time you come and start saying, a baba and a bishop went into a bar and this. This is not when you start saying those kind of jokes. And you need to understand that when things are jovial, when people are laughing, this is not the time you drop one serious, inappropriate bomb. You need to be conscious of these things. So please be aware of verbal cues. Number 20, put away your phone. I cannot stress this enough. I mentioned it, I think, in table manners. I think that was number 13, I'm not sure. But I mentioned it earlier. Put away your phone. When you're talking to your client needs to know that your attention is on them. I know they are explaining things, you might want to jot it down. So you either explain to them that I'm going to be jotting down what you're saying. If you're not jotting anything down, keep it aside. They need to have your undivided attention, your client, your colleague, whoever is talking to you. It shows a level of respect, and it shows that, okay, I not only respect you, I value your opinion. And you'll be shocked how good it feels to have your opinion validated. A lot of people go through every day ignoring each other, so you doing that for them makes them feel good. They come to you, they are willing to talk to you, and an extra bonus, your clients are willing to spend more on you. And let's be honest, we're all here to make money. And lastly, and this is our last general basic business etiquette, don't be a complainer. Nobody wants a complainer. I know it's our culture in our country to maybe complain about what the government is doing or whatever, maybe, or how your landlord was mean to you. No. When your client comes in and they are maybe people are having a polite repertoire and they're talking about how, oh, things have slowed down my business currently, but it's going to pick back up. You should also say that, yes, don't worry. You know, in business, there's always ebbs and flows. There's waves of business. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but we just have to mitigate it and make sure the bad is not too bad. That's what you say. I don't want to hear you responding with, oh, is this Buhari time? Or, oh, is this Trump time? Or, oh, you know, the economy and this. Let me tell you, the other day, my landlord decided that he's going to do this, he's going to do that. No. Nobody needs to know the bad things that are going on. And even if the bad things are going on, when you talk about it, especially when you talk about it a lot, you start sounding like you're a complainer. Nobody wants a complainer. A complainer is bitter. A complainer doesn't see possibilities. A complainer doesn't produce results. They sit down and have self-pity. Nobody likes somebody who has self-pity. No one who likes somebody who is bitter. So please, don't complain. Now we're going to be moving on to some little niche etiquettes that we can talk about, such as general email etiquette, where you know the office rules, you include a subject line, pay attention to grammar and spelling, you know the general phone rules, which is in your office. Please know the rules, what you can and cannot say, the greetings you say on the phone when a client calls you, the greetings you use, and the slogans you use. If you use them, please try and use them if they are available in your place. And I want to even talk about some examples of unprofessional conduct, because some of us might not know. Coming to work under the influence of drugs or alcohol is a big no-no. It seems obvious, but yet some of us do it. I've seen social media. I've seen some people when they tell you that they work best when they're under the influence, or they tell you, how do I put it, I'm a high-functioning drunkard. Yes, we hear about them on social media. They'll tell you they came after having like 2 glasses of wine. As far as I'm concerned, you're coming to the office, not a drop of alcohol or drugs should be on you. Even if you're on medication, it is best to stay at home. Please do not come under the influence, whether prescribed by the doctor or unprescribed drugs. engaging in ethical practices such as misusing business funds and lying. Now, people will say it's general human nature to, say a white lie or to, because everybody does it and it's harmless. But I assure you that those white lies, the moment they are found out, no matter how harmless they are, nobody is going to take your word anymore. And the moment you lose your word in business, you've lost quite a lot. Your word, the fact that people trust you, is your brand, it is your promise, it is your reputation, it is everything about you. The moment you lose that trust of your clients or as your business or of your business colleagues, then that's the end. So you need to be aware of this. Try to avoid lying and misusing business funds. I know it is only 500 naira, it is only 1,000 naira, but let your boss know that you can be accountable. Let your colleagues know that you are accountable for everything. Don't you misuse their funds. I know they are generous, but please don't take advantage of it. Generosity only goes so far. Another example of that is engaging in inappropriate, flirty, sexual activities, words, or conduct. Yes, we understand we're human, we're social beings. In the office, you might meet somebody you like, but please keep it professional. You can talk to the person and get to know them. If your office allows dating, that's another thing. Keep in mind the rules of your office. But if your office allows dating, please keep it professional. Nobody needs to see you both kissing in the hallway. No. We know you're dating. We know you people love each other. But you can be polite, you can keep some distance, and then when you get home, nobody cares what you do. But as far as you're in the office, we are not paying you to have a relationship. No. Your bosses, your clients are paying you to do a job, paying you to provide a service. They don't need to know about the romantic inner workings of your office. Using foul language. Wow, this is something that we forget, but foul language shows a limit in your vocabulary. Might be an unpopular opinion, I understand, but in business, it means that you're limited in your vocabulary. You cannot express yourself without using foul language. Why? You are here to be a professional. A professional is knowledgeable. He doesn't have to be overly educated, but he's knowledgeable. You can get knowledge without being educated. You should be dignified, you should be responsible, and I have not seen a responsible adult or a dignified person who is classy and noble using foul language. So please, avoid using foul language. Complaining publicly about your organization or superior. We might have problems in our office. I understand that. I really do. Your superiors might be mean, they might be this, they might be that. I understand that. But either you take it up with the proper authorities, you use the proper means and channels to complain about it. But when you're complaining out openly, let me be honest with you, a lot of people will sympathize with you, others will not. If anything, a lot of people who are higher than you or people who are your clients are going to be worried because there's no proof that what that person did to you is there. All we have is your word on it, and why should we believe you? So it could come off as just a one-sided slander. So no matter what, you go through the proper channels or you keep quiet. That is what you need to remember. You keep quiet. You go through proper channels or you keep quiet. Now, engaging in gossip is a no-no. We already know this. Violating confidentiality. Let me pronounce that word. In other words, keep your clients' secrets. Even if it seems like a harmless secret, like, oh, they made this thing for this wedding and they spent this amount of money. What is your business? Why are you saying that? What if they didn't want it known? Even if they are not sure whether they want it to known or not, you keep quiet about it. You're here to do a job. You're not here to gossip about all these things. There are many types of business etiquette, as we've seen, and they can be classified whether workplace etiquette, table manners and meal etiquette, professionalism, communication etiquette, meetings etiquette. There are basically different kinds of ways to behave. And as I've said time and time again, etiquette is simply treating people politely and with consideration. So please, no matter what situation you're in, I hope that you please treat people politely and with consideration. Thank you for watching.